Hi, everybody. Um, Hold on, just gotta get to the YouTube side. So, hi, Jamie. Hi, Jesus is Lord. Oh, yeah, my voice it still comes and goes. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna still try to do this. Oh, this is this side. See, everything's switched around. Hold on. That just bugs me to have that door open. Oh goodness. The snuffles is an always thing. That's nothing new. So, all right, come on. Where am I at? Oh my goodness, this thing is just funny. And he's watching on my phone too. How sweet. Yeah, this time I didn't have I put the chat on a 60-second slow just so I could see because I feel slow. That's because I am slow. Oh, sweet. I don't even see my own thing on YouTube to, yeah, this is really something else. I tried taking a nap. It helped a little bit. I didn't get that much of a nap in. I had to go to my own channel. So, going to the doctor, yes. Things making sense, yes. So, da, da. Here we go. How's scoring with the big guy? Hi, Hesway Homestead. Oh, I'm already on mute on that. So that's good. But I want to let a few more people come in. Hi, life in North Carolina. So that, here we go. Give y'all a little bit of an update what's going on. Besides everybody coughing and hacking and sneezing and sore throats and everything. So, eyelashes. Oh, now if I repeat myself, there's a reason why I repeat myself. So, it's not because I'm losing my mind, but though I think I am. The reason for the watch hours. All right, cool. Hi, Corner Clubhouse. Come on. Oh, when I go back to getting to videos, yes, slowly but surely, I will get back to videos. Um, Even if I had to, like I was doing, sitting down doing them, I'll just sit down and do them. So you got 7, 8. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start this off early. I'm just There's Deanna. Hello, how you doing? Alright, so a few things. I was gonna do a mail call, but Anastasia's not here, so I'm gonna wait and do a video with her to do the mail call because she really wants to open up all the stuff. So, and it's like some books that I've ordered that's come in, and one was a prize that I won from Lance Promise Ranch, which was a couple months ago, and I'll do a little Bible story with that because that's just awesome. So, um, we'll do a mail call video later with her and all. So, what I wanted to do was, of course, I missed last week. I really didn't hear. I saw that video. I had no voice. It still comes and goes. And when my voice gets deeper, that's when I know it's like, I don't realize talking like this. Which is funny because as a girl, I've always had a low voice. But I guess that helped with cheerleading and, you know, choir and other things you had to yell for. So, um, went to the doctor a couple weeks ago before I got sick. Because, you know, I have my back issues and hip and all kinds of things. So, him and I were talking, and he put me on Celebrex. I've got to fix this one more thing because it's glare. And then it glares off my glasses, and I keep looking to see what the glare is on my glasses. Was I prepared? No. And we talk about being prepared. Then we'll talk about the weather. So now it looks like I'm too dark. Anyway, we were talking. The doctor and I were talking about different things, and I had told him my mouth now is offline. When I bite down, my jaw is to the left. So he was thinking, you know, maybe I need to go see a dentist or something. Because I don't know, just talking and thinking, you know, out loud, and I'm just thinking, well, you know, because he had mentioned something, and I was like, well, you really don't know my medical history because I'm not really from Ohio, and you know, I've got medical stuff from South Carolina, Virginia, and Missouri, and I was like, I don't have all my medical records. So like, oh gosh. So I was in there talking to a friend, and she goes, "Why don't you write down everything that you can remember as you remember it?" I was like, "That's a good idea." I have like 3.5, almost 4 pages. Well, probably 3.5 pages, depends on what size font you want to use. So for those 2 weeks I was sick, I started writing down things ever since I remember, since I was a kid, since I was 5. I'm having chicken pox. It was called the fifth disease. I don't know the medical term for it, but it's a rash that you get. It's a virus, and it's a rash. It's a red rash. It's all over your face and your arms. Well, mine was never on my face. It was on this side of my arms and my hands and my legs. So I started writing stuff down. Now, if I start doing this while I'm doing the video, you'll understand why. When I was 14, I had I don't want to say syncable. I call them a spell. You could call them a fainting spell, a syncable spell, or something where I could feel the blood just explode from out of my head. And I'm like, oh, this is not good. I'm going to pass out because you just know you're going to do it. And they always blamed for us females, or guys, y'all know that time of month and everything was always blamed on that. It was hormones. Um, it could have been, oh, it was stress. And no, it was something else that was wrong. And I finally was just like, I wrote everything down and I would have these things just randomly. I'd be at school and I'll never forget this because it's funny. I was in high school, 11th grade. We were in our first, was it first period or third period class? It was English class. And I'm just sitting there. And the next thing I know, I got a hand going like this and three people going, Nixie, Nixie. And I just look at them like, what? They go, you zoned out. What's going on? Are you okay? And I'm just like, I was daydreaming. I really don't remember what happened. And it was like, no, you were gone. I just laughed at him and I was like, okay. So this stuff has been going on for years. Um, I told him it's like, I don't know if anybody has ever felt this. Um, they say it's electrical pulses. To me, it feels like something's crawling inside of my head. And it's always back here or so. And I'm just like, I told my doctor, I was like, when that happens, I just grab my head. I'm like, what the world is going on? And he goes, well, he doesn't think it was hormones. He goes, it doesn't, he goes, I went through menopause 20 years ago. So I was 33. He goes, that's way too early. He goes, anybody in your family? I'm like, nope. Nobody in my family did that either. And he goes, with what you're telling me, he goes, has anybody ever diagnosed you with having seizures? And I'm like, no, because they always wanted, it was always something else. And he goes, what about you growing up and everything? And I was like, well, my oldest sister was born with cerebral palsy, and she always had a lot of medical issues. And and her, my mom and her was a competition for some reason or another. So to the rest of us, just didn't say anything. If we got sick, we just handled it and just kept on going. And, between all that and then my divorce was, we were in domestic violence. So, I had to be strong for my kids. And then my mom was in a car accident, and always being strong for everybody else. And then I got hurt in Missouri. The slip and falls have been numerous. So he was like, knows that's separate than what I've been telling him. And he goes, well, he goes, you can't really have a lot of tests. He goes, be ready. He goes, I want to know what's going on. He goes, I wish all my patients were like you. Write down every detail, everything you could think of. And he goes, and you're the best patient. He goes, you message me everything. He goes, I've never seen somebody do it. I was like, well, you ain't gonna know what's going on. And I said, tell you what's going on. And this has always happened in school too. My eye, it didn't matter which eye, either eye, right here or right here, would just start twitching, just randomly. And then I don't do it. I had stopped for a while because I had made myself stop, because when I was a teenager and everything, I do this rocking motion thing. And I just was embarrassed about it because of what my family teased me and taunted me and said, oh, you just getting yourself ready for when you have a baby so you know how to rock the baby. And I'm just like, that is not something nice you want to say to somebody. Why you tell people that? So, um, yeah, I here lately it's gotten a lot more than just a little bit because, you know, Anastasia will sit here and I'm like this, and she'll put her head on my shoulder when we watch TV or do something, and I'm just, like rocking her. And I'm like, this is not right. So he also agrees with me that something's going on. That's been going on for a long time. So now we're going to have tests. MRI of my head. He's going to send me for a heart test. He's sending me for um, a colonoscopy, a mammogram. It was a whole list. He's also sending me to a neurologist, and I've had this test done before because it was back in 2008 when they did it to verify about how bad the fibromyalgia was. And it's like a little microphone that can put into your arm, into the muscle, and hear the muscle, and then do electrodes. And it makes your hands do, your feet and all move. He said, but he's going to have it done in my back, in my neck, not my back, in my neck. So, yes, I've had 2 injuries on my neck. And he was just like, man, he just shook his head at me. He goes, I don't know. He goes, and I knew I had an answer for him. And here's my answer that I did not give him, but I should have. How I made it this long is by the grace of God, because God knows, God knew, and He knows I needed this doctor to exactly pinpoint exactly what I have. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, I've known this for a long time. In 2002, I asked my doctor to test me for MS, and she wouldn't. She goes, no, that's too long here. You just got fibromyalgia, which I do have because it was verified twice. But I asked my doctor today, I said, did they just say it was fibromyalgia just to brush it off, but there's an underlying issue? And I looked him in his face. I was like, do I have MS? Because I know I have had it for a long time. He goes, this is what these tests are for, and I'm going to verify it. But he thinks I do. And I'm just like, because for my mouth my bite's off. It's never been like that. Never. He thinks for that to happen, it was a seizure, and not in the middle of the night in my sleep, not knowing. And you know, I don't know. A lot of it, we don't know what our bodies do when we sleep. And I told him, and one of the things I told him in my list was, it's not dizziness. I'm telling you, oh my gosh, this is weird because like this has happened since I was like 10 or so. I can lay in the bed and I finally, with my head down, complete on the pillow. Also, I mean, the room is actually spinning like you're on a merry-go-round. And that's like, don't sleep on the back of my head anymore. I sleep on the side, the left side or the right side. So he goes to listen to my heart and my lungs. And I told him, I say, as far as walking in the pain, I'm like, the best way I can describe this is, do you remember the Carol Burnett show? He goes, yes. Do y'all remember Tim Conway doing the little old man scenes? He just hunched over and shuffling his feet along. He got to laughing. He goes, oh goodness, Nancy, you got me laughing. I said, that's how I feel. I'm like, that is how I'm walking. I'm serious. He goes, you just made my day. I needed to laugh. So, yep. So every time y'all think about me, just think that Tim Conway, Carol Burnett, that little old man seeing him just shuffle along. Oh goodness. And Tom, I have a YouTube channel. People ask me about me laughing. I'm like, I have to laugh. I cry too much. And I've got to look at something positive because being, I know this is part of it because if I look at the negative too much, or, you got to do this, you got to prep for this is coming, this is coming, I get overwhelmed and my mind shuts. And all that is in the notes. All that's in my notes for him and everything. And I can tell y'all this. When I have those spells or if I wake up just really not feeling right, think of somebody, if you know somebody who's had a stroke or someone who's had a seizure, and you look at them and they've got that blank stare on their face. That's what I have. And I know I have it because I can tell it. And I'm just like, okay, something wrong, something's not right. Let me lay back down. And maybe I can figure it out. So, sorry, Jamie, I understand. And so that is what's going on right now as far as health goes. Um, I am just very thankful that I'm getting answers. That another doctor trying to brush it off as, oh, it's your age. That was something I always told him. I told him too that it's always your age. You too young for this, or you too old to have that. You know, and he goes, nobody's too old and nobody's too young anymore to have a certain health issue. And I'm like, nowadays there's a specialist for everything. I said that's what got me to thinking when when my friend said, and actually uh, it was Jamie. She goes, "You need to write down." And I got to thinking, when I was growing up, our doctors was a family doctor. They did everything. There wasn't unless you had cancer or something really, really bad, there was a specialist. But now there's a specialist for everything. And he goes, yeah. He goes, there's a specialist for everything. And that people forget to tell their family doctor all the health issues because they're going to this specialist and another specialist, and you got to go to this place and that place. So I'm like, well, I got to think. I mean, yeah, I've only been here, since like 10 years. So, yeah, 10 years since 2013. So it's not like, I mean, he knows me. It wasn't like he's been always been my family doctor. So I was like, and all those medical reports, some of them I have no idea where they're at. Especially when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 to 18, I probably could find. In my 20s, I probably could find. Some in my 30s, I probably could find. But I'm just like, that's just too much work. Let me just write this down. But other than that, and he goes, as far as my blood work goes, my blood pressure, I don't have high blood pressure. I'm not diabetic. Um, the only thing is my vitamin D is low, but everything else, as far as blood work goes, my red cells, white cells, and counting all that, that's fine. He goes, that's all normal. He goes, other things going on, not quite so much. So, but yes, that is the update. And I'm just like, wow, I'll just tell it on the live. That way people can go back and watch. But it's quiet because everybody's gone. And I'm like, go have fun. Because now I feel like everybody's grown up. It's time to sit there and focus on me. And he agreed with us because I have been strong for everybody else and just put all this to the back, to the side, to get everybody else through everything. It's time to really find out what's going on. And if I need medication, then I need medication to get myself together. My son, he's not liking the idea that I might have MS. But I told him, I said, I've known I've had it for a long time. And it's time to get the right answers. So, hey, I knew people, I grew up somebody in church that got diagnosed with MS, and he lived to be 90 some years old. So, that has nothing to do with anything. So, I think my son was thinking about muscular dystrophy or something else. But there we go. That is now the path to go. So, I was talking about the weather and everything. I was talking about this thing about this hurricane, the last hurricane everybody in Florida is going through and everybody else is going through, and being prepared for the weather. And it's like, yeah. So I don't have a map up here, but I've been tracking to see that all our storms, our rain has been coming from the north, from the Great Lakes. So yeah, I have a feeling this winter we're gonna get a lot of snow, which is good for me. 'Cause I love snow. I may not be out in the snow that much, but I love the snow and all. So that is, you know, I'm gonna spill on the weather a little bit, but I know people that were prepared for that and everything. So because we know a lot of homesteaders and preppers and everything. So I was glad that everybody made it through. Well, I haven't kept up on it about anything else going on, if anybody's lost life or anything down there. But I'm just like, every year when that they start tracking, they tell people to get prepared, and people don't listen. I don't understand how why people don't listen about that. But yes, Doug, I am feeling better as far as my throat and everything. We're changing the Celebrex to Tramadol. So, but you know, we'll have to see how that goes. I did not take any Celebrex today, so I wish I should. Just until I get my other medicine. Because I haven't gotten notice that it's ready. But, yeah, I did tell him one thing when my back and my hip gets really bad to where I'm walking. I was like, I'm not trying to make fun of people, but the only way I can explain it, I said, you seen somebody with cerebral palsy and how their hip and everything is at. And I was like, that's how I walk. He just looked at me and just laughed. I'm like, and my sister, her left leg was shorter than her right leg. So I know how that feels. My leg's not shorter than my right leg, but I understand why she walked the way she did. But yeah, that's yeah, in a nutshell. So I would um, just pray that when they find out exactly what's going on, because when all these tests are done, I can be on the right medicine to start getting on the right path. Because some days it's just like I wake up and it's like, this is not going to be one of those days. So, but yeah, that the mail call will do a video because Anastasia was looking so forward to open this mail. So I'll just wait for her to do the mail. So, um, still, I'm gonna still try to do my cooking videos. Um, I am working on a couple of other projects that I can sit down and do. So, besides the crochet, I am working on a I don't want to say devotional book, but I guess it could be a devotional book or an inspirational book. Um, I have some other videos lined up to do, and then I definitely need to get to, because I keep saying this, and then you just yeah, it sits there. But I am going to start working on a cookbook, um, because I want to get all those recipes down and everything. Hey, that's understanding. I understand, Doug. Thank you so much for popping in. Thank you so much. Now, I'm gonna keep everybody updated. I just, like I said, I woke up. I didn't take no Celebrex, so I was hurting, and I was like, I gotta get to the doctor, and came home, and it's just like, mine is like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Oh goodness. So I will keep everybody up there. I got my community tab, so I love that thing. I have so some days I remember to pay, some days I don't, but I'm glad it's there so that I can keep up with everybody. So if I sound like I'm slurring my speech, hi Joy, thank you. I just finished telling everybody about what the doctor said, so you might later on go back and listen to the very beginning. So, oh yes, definitely yay for the community tab. So, everybody, I will try to catch up on videos. If I miss your live, I'm not trying to miss it. It's just that if, you know, my mind is like, not right now, then it's, not right now thing. And I gotta make lists and then I forget where I put the list. The forgetfulness is just, yeah. I don't, that's ever been since high school. I don't remember. I will write down. I took a notebook, those little small little notepads to write down the homework and everything else, and then leave it in the locker and forget. Forget about projects. Forget about stuff. My mom used to say she wasn't senile or not getting old. See, I can't even remember what she called it. But she'd get up and go in the other room and forget things. And we would laugh and giggle, and because she did have early dementia, but she's not with my biological mother, so we can't really go off of that. But I used to say, because this was high school, I was 18 and everything, and computers would just start coming out, and she goes, I'm getting senile or something. I say, no, you're not. It's the information age because I'm forgetful too. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I still do that. I can get up and go downstairs or go to do. I'm like, hey, what I get up here to go do? I have to go back in the room so I can remember. Like, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. So like go make coffee. I start with one thing, and then I go to something else, and I like, what was I doing before? Like, oh my goodness, this is not good. I am no, this is not good. So, but yes, but my notebooks are right here. So I think I showed y'all that one time. I have notebooks here. I we have I have a bag over here that has notebooks in it, so I can go through and try to keep a list. And then I keep a list right here in front of me. I think sometimes the only thing that stays on track is Anastasia schoolwork. Oh, that was one thing I told myself. I feel like I'm learning stuff all over again. Because we got to add or something. I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta check and make sure I'm doing this right. She goes, Anastasia goes, Nana, can we use a calculator? And I'm like, no. But you go, see, you gotta learn how to do it in your head and subtract and add, and now we're on multiplication. And I was like, you gotta learn how to do it in your head. But then when she does, I was like, wait a minute, let me get the calculator, check and make sure we did it right. I was like, oh, like, and then my son and daughter-in-law, her mom and dad go, they always told us in school we couldn't use a calculator because you never use a calculator in your life later on in life. They said they use a calculator at work. I was like, oh my gosh. And I can, some days we can go through math and just get it done. And then other days it's like, a day's a calculator day. Oh, but, you know, we have to have, like I say, you gotta laugh because I cry myself to sleep sometimes. Sometimes I cry during the day. We just don't know. But I was like, yeah, definitely. When you feel like you've got something crawling inside of your head or, you know, something going on, you just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Yeah. So real quick, Joy and Donnie, I'm getting an MRI of my head to see if I'm having seizures. I think, yeah, I was good at math too. I started really using calculators when I was working at GNC because you know, taking the percent off and all the other stuff. But um, I was like, I felt like I'm learning how to add all over again. It was the funniest thing. I was like, I know this stuff. And I was like, oh, I can't remember, you know. I just to give you an example, 7 plus 5 is 12. 7 plus 8 is 15. Well, we got up to 7 plus 9, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I didn't remember what 7 plus 9 was. So I had to use the calculator. And I was like, oh, this is not good, but at least I'm learning it again with you, Anastasia. I made sure. Oh, honey. Oh, Joy, I've been having these ever since I was like 16 years old. And doctors have put it off, made excuses. I was too young, or it was um, that because of hormones, or it was menopause. It's because you have fibromyalgia and or this slip and fall. I've had 2 injuries to the back of my head, so they blamed it on that. So, but I've been having these way before any slip and falls injuries, since 14, 15 years old. So it's been a long time, and I'm just thankful the Lord has the right doctor for me at the right time in the right place. That is what I'm thankful for, because now we can go in the right direction, not only for my back and the disc and the herniate disc and all that we're putting off for a little bit. But, so in a nutshell, MRI of my head. We're going to do a colonoscopy. He's doing a mammogram, a stress test, a heart test. He's going to do I want to say EEG, EKG, whatever they call that, and then a nerve test where it's like a mini microphone they could put in your muscles and test your nerves and see how you do. I had that done once before because they wanted to see about something about the fibromyalgia and then the nerves and everything. So, because my hands go numb if I I was just in bed one morning, woke up, and my hand was completely numb. It was like it was dead. So they did a test to see if it was carpal tunnel, and that neurologist told me it wasn't. But then later on, I found out when I got hurt in Missouri that he put in his notes that it was carpal tunnel. So it's like, whatever, dude, it's all right. But I can tell you, when I wake up in the morning and I'm laying in bed, holding my phone, doing devotions, if I hold it like this too long, my hand goes numb. It's like you slept on your arm and there's no blood flow whatsoever. So, but that's right. I was praying, Lord, please. When Chris reads, well, his name is Chris, when he reads all these things that his thinking will be what my thinking is. But but he understands where I'm coming from. So I made a list. Amen. Exactly. Jesus is Lord. And I'm like, I've had him for I made everything that I could think of for ever since I was 5 years old. And he had asked me, did anybody ever test me for seizures? And I'm like, no. And I just looked him straight in the face. I said, I know I have this. I've had it for a long time and nobody's figured it out. Do I have MS? He goes, that's why I'm running all these tests, because that's what he thinks. So, and if it is, then we know what plan of action we can take. But at least to know what's going on inside my head. So just pray for my son and my daughter-in-law, because that's all. It was just like another ton of load of bricks put on them today. So between my health and some other things going on and their job, my son, I told y'all that he saw me die and come back, and mom's not supposed to be sick and unhealthy and everything. So I can't have that. Oh, Joy. I can't have hemp. Oh, I might, but I don't know about that because the narcotics I had when I had an accident in 2007 made my heart stop. And that was metal, that was Percocet. So the doctor told me, no, you can't have that, and you can't have no recreational drugs either. Thank you, Misha. Yeah, I told them today the best way for us to get through this is not only to pray for me, I say y'all need to change your words to be positive. Stop talking negative about everything. Change your words. We'll get through it faster. Oh. But yeah, so I am going to try to get back to doing videos. My voice still goes back and forth. That's just what it does. CBD oil. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Um, he did take me off the Celebrex. And he goes, put me on tramadol. I'm like, okay, we'll see if that works. I don't know. I just heart. And then I sit there and hold myself still instead of, right. Y'all gonna get the biggest kick out of this because everybody else has seen this. How peaceful does the rocking, that's part of it. So I told him that when I was like 16 or so, when I was doing the rocking, a family member telling me, oh, you getting yourself ready. She's going to be a good mom because she's already sitting there rocking. She's getting her, teaching herself how to do that. Oh, I was like, he just looked at me and laughed. So like I told him, um, you know, family, I put every family, first and everything. even my son and daughter-in-law and Anastasia first. And I'm like, now it's time. It's time for me to really find out what's going on with my body. Find out what's going on, what I have besides the injuries. This right here, well, some of it maybe from the injury, but this up here and stuff is not from car accidents or falls and everything. It's something else. Hi, Miss Gail. Moderate. Um, I think I know Joy does. Gail, you asking that you want to be a moderator? I can make you a moderator. So Joy had to wait. I'm gonna split that again. Yeah. So and then I was talking about the weather because they were talking. I was and we know a lot of people in Florida. Oh my goodness, I hope everybody made it okay and everything. So I know Des is down there in Florida. Um, Kathy and Living Miracle Homestead, she's in Florida. A whole bunch of other people. I know Kathy said she got minimum damage, but it was like, wow. So I was like, I'd rather have storms and rain here lately. I've been coming from the Great Lakes down from Michigan and everything. So I was like, ooh, that's a foresee of what it's going to be like for winter this year. So I hope for a whole lot of snow. You know, so yeah, I think they're home. So if Anastasia comes up here to be in the live, I'll we'll open some mail. Oh, I thought somebody was coming up the steps. So, but laugh and have a good time. Um, I'm gonna try and get back to doing videos. There she is. Oh, she's home.
Hey, Mom.
Say everybody.
Hi. Have you already unboxed all the packages?
Nope, I didn't open a single thing until you got back, or we could do a video.
Let's open it on camera in our life.
You want to open it up? All right. What do you want to open up first?
I want to open up that yellow package.
It's over there on the bed.
I'm gonna open this one up first.
Okay, you gonna open that one first?
Uh-huh. Hey.
Hey. Alrighty. So we are going to do mail call after all. How about that? All right. Now this is stuff
We
that
went to the park.
Y'all went to the park? Wow. What did you do at the park?
We went on our trail. I got on the tire swing.
Wow.
On the regular swings going down slide.
You did?
I was there until intruders came.
Intruders? What kind of intruders?
We always let the intruders take the park.
You do?
Because we know if we try to defend our park, we'll lose. So if we let them take the park, then the intruders will have the park for about 5 or 10 minutes. And about 5, 10 minutes or seconds.
Is that right?
Depending on how long they want to be there.
Goodness.
There's a little thing that has a step that you can look out, and I pretend to use that to watch intruders that might want to take the park.
Alrighty.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
What's that? What's that?
Look.
There's Jesus. Hi, Anastasia. I love your name. My 35-year-old daughter's middle name is Anastasia. Oh, that's so cool, Des.
This thing
All
is a
right.
book. We got a book.
We got a book. So this is
What's
this is from Joseph Prince Ministries. Like I said, a lot of times they'll have different things that, a donation, even $1. I'll have to
lots of letters during this package?
so this one is
Wait, no, it's not a letter. It's a CD. It's a disc.
this one's Healing Promises.
It says disc 1.
This one. So it's just promises from God through the Bible, and verses and everything. So I was like, yes, this is one I will be using for Bible time. I will be getting back to that. Oh my goodness. 2 weeks ago, I was getting ready to do videos and everything, and then I started taking that Celebrex, and I was like, I'm not feeling so good. So maybe it's just the medicine kicking in. Then my son got sick. Like, oh no, here it goes.
And then
So he got sick. She got sick. Then her mom got sick, and then I got sick, and then that's when I did the video
the
for y'all.
first day of being sick made me throw up.
She threw up. It wasn't on her bed. It was on their bed.
It was on Mommy and Daddy's bed too. It's okay, it's okay. They were able to wash the sheets and the blanket I barfed on. What?
You're so funny. Say hello to Gail.
Hi. Thank you.
Hi, David. How you all doing, Florida? So, all right. What's the next package?
This one right here.
Okay.
This brown one. Why you laugh at everything? My grandma laughs at everything.
Oh yeah, I giggle at everything because if somebody gets hurt, I laugh, and people used to think you get so mad at me. My best friend growing up, she fell off her bike one time, and I just laughed. I just like I can't help it. It was funny, and y'all wonder why how I was an EMT. There were times you need not to laugh. It was time to be serious. But there was other times the patient's laughing, we're laughing. So, all right, hold on. All right, I guess that's the best way to do it. But I didn't know if they had a tab that you could pull. I will tell you what I'm having for supper. I took a bag of black beans, put them in my
Hey
Ninja.
look, Devil Dog's Keeper here.
Yes.
See? Down there.
There she is. Hi. Say hello.
Hi.
So and then see we had David and Joy and Misha and Gail and Barb and Jamie and then
You're trying to open this book?
Devil Dogs in there and then
trying
we have
to get this book?
you're trying to get this book.
Trying to get this package open. Okay. Got it.
Then we have
Tasha?
no, Tasha's not in here today. Not yet. There's Pete's for Des. Oh my goodness, this mouse. Then we have people from North Carolina. Joy Bus Life. Life in North Carolina. Luscious Journey.
Daddy's calling me.
Okay. I don't know if he said baby or you. All right.
Don't do that without me.
All right. I'm not going to do that without you. So y'all see who rules, right? She rules. But you know what? I would not have it any other way. I've had the best time with her. And yes, it's like Christmas. What's the matter?
Mommy and Daddy want to see what's going on. Wanted to
Oh,
know
what's going on? Okay, because they hear me laughing. Laughing at Gene. Are you ready for the book? All right.
Loving people who say who are hard to love.
Hmm. This is Joyce Meyer's latest book.
I forget.
Oh, Lordy. Loving people who are hard to love. I feel like putting this up there on the table so everybody can see it, but you know, God tells us about doing that too. Yeah, I have some people that are hard to love, so I'm gonna be reading this. Okay, what's the next one? It's right there.
Look, 8 puppies.
Hey, puppies!
8 puppies.
Oh my goodness! If y'all have not seen it, Devil Dog and Devil Dog's Keepers Doggy had puppies, and um,
Don't tell Corella DeVille.
oh goodness!
Please don't tell Corella DeVille.
Oh, we won't tell Cruella de Vil. So, the Devil Dog Eddie, he did a short way, early this morning or so that they only had 4 puppies, but now they got 8 puppies. A double blessing.
Help!
Hi, Christy Butts.
Help!
Help! That's right. Laughter is the best medicine. All right. I got it started. Do you want to finish? All right, you can finish.
Or I just took a water break.
Oh.
I'm a strong girl.
Yeah, go hoorah!
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 And then come out. You pull and you pull one way, I pull the other.
I think
All right.
I got it.
There you got it.
It's Faith That Moves Mountains by Joe Osteen. So we got books from 3 different people. We got it with Joseph Prince, Joyce Meyer, and Joe Osteen.
Loving people who are hard to love.
Faith That Moves Mountains, Joe Osteen.
So, yes, a lot of stuff. And we got one more. So, he even says faith is the size of a mustard seed, can move a mountain. Cruella de Vil is scary. Some of the scary ones that they have that.
What?
Christy Beth says Cruella de Vil is scary. You remember where it's at? Okay, so here's a Bible lesson today. I won this when Bland's Promise Ranch had their 1K giveaway when they got to 1K subscribers. Monica went on a trip to Columbus, Ohio, and I didn't get to meet up with her because it was just like a business trip. Then when she got back to Texas, she went to South Carolina to see her mom and spend time with her mom. When she got back home in Texas, they got busy doing other things. So about August, she finally goes, "Oh my goodness!" She goes, "I've been so busy." She goes, "I have not forgotten everybody's stuff that they won, but I need
I have a loose tooth.
mail and everything." So I was like, okay, so I had that informed delivery, and something was coming from Cleveland, Texas, and I could not figure out who it was coming from. Didn't know what it was. Only one person I know that's in Cleveland, Texas, and it's Nina and Boyce. Went over a garden, and they didn't send me anything, and then it disappeared. I was like, what in the world? So I had asked Monica, Lance Promise Ranch, did you send me anything? She goes, well, we're not from Cleveland, Texas. She goes, I haven't even mailed out your thing yet. I'm like, okay. Like, all right. So, kept on. When I got this, got this. So I went to the doctor on Monday, got this on a Wednesday, right? And I got sick. And then we got sick and we could not do a video. So I was like, okay, Lord, all right. I understand what you're teaching me. You're teaching me not your timing, it's in His timing. So I'm like, okay, yes, Bible lesson. Not my timing, but God's timing.
I'm not
He
laughing
always
at you.
makes a way.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the chat because everybody putting things in the chat looks like my classmates when they're spamming the chat during when my teachers are teaching.
It's only a 60-second slow mo. That's so I can keep up with the chat. Because yeah, something's going on up in here. So um slow mo helps stop Nancy bots, trail bots. Yeah, that too. And then I have a stalker, so oh well. If he wants to keep on watching, he's gotta become subscribe to the channel. Yeah, giggle box all the time. All right, so we ready to open this?
Just that all these people look like my classmates when they're spamming the chat while the teachers are teaching.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, the kids. She's got one kid in her class that all he does is emojis in the chat box all the time. Emojis. That's all he puts in there. So the teacher takes the chat away, and then she puts it back, and then they gotta take it away. So
Cool box.
Cool box. Yeah, there's a cool box. So what I want.
Oh, look at the mug.
I want.
Careful, but cool.
A mug from Vance Palmer
St.
Grants 1K giveaway. The mug is Yogi Hollow Farm. Lisa and Ryan. So I was like,
Let's
oh,
see if you
cool.
can hear that.
I have a mug.
And I got bubble wrap.
And you got bubble wrap. Class clowns. Yes, right. There's a bunch of them in her class.
Like Maddie, Tyson, Oroku.
She's giving out names.
Those are their actual names.
I know that they're actual names. I was like, you giving out the names.
And then there's also Lily and
Well, you know.
So Lucy. Let's see. Who else?
Lucy.
I also know Dante puts things in the chat.
He does.
Thank
you, Christy. So, yeah. And the Lord just reminds me with little things every day. And, every day, yes, being grateful for everything, but little things that even the big problems that we have, He's taking care of them. So, like this. And then I have another mug. I'm going to use it as a Bible lesson too. But, it was not my timing that for this mug to come. It was in God's timing. So, and just like other things I'm going through, it's not my timing for it when it's going to be fixed. It's going to be God's timing to be it to be fixed. And it will be fixed bigger and more than I can even ever ask or imagine. So
there used to be a kid in my class. His name is the J.A. Seals, and he used to put all sorts of things in the chat.
Is that right?
Like emojis. He used to put words that don't make sense in the chat, sentences that weren't about math or ELA in the chat.
Yeah, she does. Yes, Lisa does a lot on 2 acres. I am so excited. I'm really proud of her because, they worked hard to do all that.
Your granddaughter loves bubble wrap?
Nephew taught me how to twist bubble wraps like ringing water.
Like this.
Oh goodness. What's the matter? Why'd you stop? There we go. Our own fireworks today. Oh, then the package we got from Old Peking Homestead. It has so much bubble wrap in it. So I took it and cut it up into squares so it'd be more manageable. She still had I put it on the box. She has that. So and then once it's all done, she's so serious. That face.
We went to Kroger and Target today.
All right, Gail, you have fun. Have Fall Fest stuff to. Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Fall Fest?
She's got the Fall Fest giveaway and all to do. So, but I've been here on for an hour. I know other people have a lot of things that other channels are getting ready to come on. Gail's got the Fall Fest giveaway finalist thing that she's doing. See, so
Let's see who wants to Tic Tac most. Who wants to Tic Tac?
she's got Tic Tacs. Everybody can't sit.
Whoever wants to Tic Tac most gets the Tic Tac.
All right, and we can't send Tic Tacs in the mail,
No,
darling.
no. Just type it in the chat and I'll eat it for them. Why do you laugh at everything?
Because you're funny. Oh, thank you so much, Des. And I'll see you tonight.
Do you want to know something? I'm
What?
learning how to speak German in school.
Yes, she is taking German this year.
And one in German is eins.
Eins.
Albert Einstein. Just eins.
So, all right, real quick, we're going to count to 10 in German.
Now, who wants to Tic Tac?
All right. Well, let's count real quick before we leave, okay? So, what's one? She wants 2 orange ones.
2 orange ones.
Barb wants 2 orange ones.
Okay.
So, so they count like this. Eins.
Eins, zwei, vier,
Drei.
drei, vier, fünf,
Fünf.
sechs,
Sex. S-E-C.
sechs.
Hold on. S-E-C-H-S is how it's spelled for 6. And they pronounce it sex. So, that's how they pronounce their 6.
Sieben,
7.
acht,
8.
neun,
9.
zehn.
Zen.
Now, who
So-
wants to Tic Tac?
So that's counting in 1 to 10 in German.
Just like the one that wants to Tic Tac most is Jesus is Lord. So I'll eat this Tic Tac for you.
See you later, Des.
It tastes good.
It tastes good. Awesome. There you go. Oh, that is so cool, Misha. They lived in Germany for 2 years. Yeah, my son did his ancestry. Go ahead.
Grandmother in German is Großmother.
Yeah, we learned Mother.
Mutter, die Mutter, der Vater, die Schwester, die Bruder,
The cousins.
die Cousinen, die Aunt, die Onkel,
The Tante.
die Tante, der Onkel, die Großvater, die Großvater, and and this house.
in the house. So that's a, hey, that's good. I mean, I can run along with her, and she's helping me, and I'm helping her. There we go.
My
So,
bed's up here.
alrighty. So thank you, everybody.
I don't think anybody's seen me in tights before.
Those aren't tights. Those are called leggings.
These are called leggings. I don't think anybody's seen me in
Oma
leggings
and
before.
Opa. See, I heard that too, Misha.
I just didn't think anybody's seen me in leggings before.
No, they haven't. So,
They snap.
after the line, when it it goes filters through, and y'all can leave comments. Put prayer requests down, and I'll put y'all on my prayer list. And we're gonna cracker. Are you hungry? All right. Thank you, Joy. So, all righty. So I'm gonna pray real quick. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day and the blessings that you've given to us. Another day of beautiful sunshine and health and safety wherever we may be, and safety through the storms, whether it be weather storms, physical storms, or other storms of life.
Emotional storms.
That's right. We know that you are right there with us, and that you are always making a way and making our path straight. We need to keep looking at you and not the mountains, because you will make those mountains molehills. We thank you for all the people who have come and joined us today, and those who will be watching later on, that you just bless them with the blessings of the Heavenly Father that can shine down from heaven. I thank you for the love and support in each and every person. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I want to show them something real quick.
Are you going to show them something real quick?
I have a bracelet here.
Hi, Sheena. I'm going to wrap up.
And
voila. There you go. There's your magic trick.
It's my magic. I showed that to my ELA teacher, and she said, cool.
Cool. All righty. Amen and amen. All right. Well, thank you, everybody that came. Go back and watch the beginning, Sheena, and everybody that came in the middle. At the first 30 minutes, I gave a health update of what's going on, what tests are getting ready to be done, and what my doctor thinks. Because I already know. It's just a get. And he's thinking the same thing. So with that, everybody have a wonderful and blessed day.
See you tonight.
Joy has the same hair tie.
Aww.
So I'll do another video, show y'all what I've made. Everybody have a great evening. Stay safe. God bless. And love y'all.
See you tonight.
See y'all later.
See you tonight.
Oh, Christy, you have an unspoken? All right. Random with bubble wrap, I guess. You're welcome. Here we go.